Before me is a number of figures. This is definitely going to be a bit different from my usual video. This time I'm going to be taking a look and discussing every figure that is based off of a drone from this game. And, well, say what you will about the game, it's rushed, it's not, there's not too much to it, stuff like that, it's boring, etc. But one thing that I actually really like about this game are the designs for the drone characters. And when I saw that they were putting out figures based off of said drones, I was a little hooked, not gonna lie. So, at the time of recording this, the Revenge of the Fallen movie is going to be coming out to theaters here soon. And the other reason why I wanted to wait to make this video is because there are two figures specifically that unfortunately did not actually release in the 2007 toy line. And specifically, these forklift characters. So I wanted to make sure I had a full set, or at least close to a full set, before I actually would make a video like this. So the way that I'm going to go about the figures in this video, I'm not going to show you both transformations for every single figure in front of you. That would take way too long, and my poor camera battery is already at its last leg, so there's no way I'd be able to fit all of that in one video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by transforming the Decepticon drones into robot mode, and once I show you how the robot modes look to their quote-unquote Autobot counterparts, I am going to transform the Autobot drones back so I can at least show you some of the transformations back. So, without further ado, I want to start with the drone that is only really accurate in vehicle mode, that being this guy. So, I know I said I was going to start with the Decepticon drones, but as of the time of recording this, there has yet to be a repaint of this guy that has the yellow paint instead of the blue to actually, make it look like the Decepticon drone. Plus, this has the Autobot logo on the side, so, they would also need to change that. So, this is Longarm. He was released in the '07 line, and vehicle mode is relatively accurate to the in-game model. But unfortunately, you're going to see a lot of that disappear when we get into robot mode. So in terms of things that this vehicle can do, the tow hook can move around like so. You can move it all the way around, which we're going to have to do anyway soon. You can also adjust this. So you got some range of movement in the actual tow cable here. You can also move the siren, I guess. I don't really think yeah, it's a thing you can do. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for the tow truck mode here. So let's start with Longarm. So the first thing we're going to do, take the siren, fold it up, and just kind of move it out of the way. Then we're going to take the tow cable, move it up, collapse this down, and then just swing that all the way around like so. Once you do that, you can take this, and this is going to extend and come around like that. From there, you're going to go to the back, and then these little back bits are going to unhook from themselves, and I like to leave them swung out like so. From there, you're going to want to take this big thing, which is going to be his weapon, if you can't already tell, and you're going to move this all the way up like so, and then just move that assembly down to kind of get a really huge weapon going. So you're kind of starting to see why he's called Longarm already. So from there, I like to take these bits, hinge them out like so, and then just keep them out of the way like that. I like to take these bits and move these to the sides. And then these other little metal bits, I guess. It's not actually metal, it's just molded to look like metal. Smooth that up like so. Then, going to unhook the, I'm sorry, not unhook, untab the hand from the other side of the gun there. So once you do that, you're going to take the doors. This is another, as I said before, this is a thing that I like when Transformers do stuff like this. You can take the doors, move those up. I mean, obviously, tow trucks don't have these kind of doors, but at least they tried. Yeah, that's how we're going to want that looking. So if you got something like this, then yeah, you're doing good. So, going to the front of the truck, split this, and then this from here is going to hinge down like so. These are going to become his legs, and you have to kind of extend them out like that. Then, going to want to, his feet are really weird, so you got to take the bit of the hood here, move that up, kind of give him a foot, I guess, and just hinge that in a way to where it's kind of looking like a foot. So that's how you're going to want that to look. So I'm going to do that on the other side here. Do this. I'm going to try to conserve my voice a little bit because I got a lot of talking to do for the other guys. So, once again, just get it looking like a foot of sorts. And as soon as you can get them to stand somewhat like that, then you are definitely on the right track. So, from there, going to take his arm, swing it around, move it outward, take this panel, and move it like that. And there you have an arm all done. Well, one of them at least. Now I'm going to do mostly the same thing on the other side, except now you have this giant gun. So this is, once again, another case of just kind of personal preference, how you want it. So how I like to do it is I just like to move it to the side a bit and hinge it up. That's really all I do with that. And then from there, you just take the head, spin it around, and kind of adjust the little metal bits a bit, and you are pretty much done. So yeah, there is Long Arm here, and as you can see, he's definitely not very game accurate now in robot mode, which is why I decided to do him first. So he's going to be the anomaly of this footage, or this review, or whatever you want to call it. So there he is. Going to set him off to the side. And now we're going to get to the good stuff. Who do I even start with? Well, I think I'll start with the most recent one to come out. Good old, what's his name? Do I even remember what his name is? Deadlift. Yeah, Deadlift. That's a hell of a name for a tiny character like this. So as you can clearly see, this is based off of the little forklift drone in the game, which those guys are fun to fight. They're like little ninjas or something. It's very, very cool. So, transform, deadlift. Yeah, he doesn't really do much. You can move the actual forklift like that, and just that's just kind of it. That's all you can do with the vehicle here. So now that said, now for transformation. Oh boy. So I'm going to take this, move it up like so. Going to start basically just splitting like practically everything. That's what you're going to basically do. So you're just going to split a whole bunch of things. His legs here, going to untab from the bottom of the forklift like so. And then just swing the legs down. Oh yeah, one little thing. This is actually what they're calling a scout class, which is interesting because they're smaller than deluxes. They cost less than deluxes, but they still have a pretty good amount of like detail, and yeah, the transformations are definitely going to be a bit more simplified from what I've seen. But it's kind of cool that we're even getting these now. So anyway, enough ranting there. If yeah, going to start. There we go. Move this section out like so. You can kind of just see everything. You can kind of see where things are going to go from here. It's not difficult. I'm going to take this section, and then you're going to want to fold it something like that. And then you're going to shift this whole thing up to reveal his head. From there, you can just swing these bits back and just position his arms, give him those little sword things that he used against you in the game, which is it's fun. Like, I mean, it's not something you would want to really take seriously, but it's just fun and entertaining, and just I greatly appreciate the like character that these little expendable soldiers have. So there is make sure I get him standing okay. That's gonna be tricky. Whatever. So here's deadlift. So he is pretty damn game accurate. The only exception is his head. He has a newly molded head, which I don't really know if it's supposed to be based off of something or just entirely original. So I'm not really the person to ask about that. So we're just going to set deadlift to the side now, since he has had his time to shine. And now we are going to do Swindle, the car drones. Oh boy, these guys. Definitely one of my favorites for sure. So you can see, I mean, paint, like detail and paint wise, yeah, it's pretty game accurate, but the actual car itself, not really, unfortunately. That kind of let me down a little bit. But the saving grace for sure is the robot mode. So, there's not really much he does in car mode other than this one gimmick, which I'm only going to show very briefly. There's this little button on the top where you press that, and then out comes some kind of booster or something. So it's something he never did in the game, so that's probably the last time I'm ever going to talk about it. So, that's about it for him for car mode. You can see how he looks here. As I said, not super game accurate in terms of like the shape of the car. Everything else is really good though. Oh, and one little thing to bear in mind is the paint on the doors chips really easily. So if you're going to hold them, do not be rubbing your fingernails on the silver paint here, because it will chip. I had to kind of learn that the hard way, as you can kind of see. So there we go. Now we can transform him. So start with the doors. Very nice when they incorporate opening doors on transformations. Then come to the bottom, hinge these out like so to start shaping his arms. And then on the inside of the arm, this is going to rotate down like so, and that will complete the rest of his arm. So yeah, not difficult. Do the same thing on the other side. And then now we're going to take the hood and just kind of hinge this whole assembly up like so. Once you do that, going to take these bits, swing them out. These are going to be his legs. And let's see, move this section up, and let's go ahead and complete his legs. So first thing, you have to spin his waist all the way around. Nice little thing that they incorporate something like that. And then there's these little bits under the bottom of the car here that you're going to want to swing out like so. Flip out his heel, and there you have a leg. So do the same thing here, spin that around, flip out his heel, and now he should be able to stand. So once you got that, keep his arms out and away. Going to take this whole section and move it in like so, and take that bit and just kind of move that up. So I don't really know if you'd call this an automorph or something, but you can, once you take the hood, the roof of the car, and move it back, his head will swing around like so. So it's just a thing. I don't really know if that's supposed to be automorph or not, but it's a thing. So what I like to do here, this is something I notice most people do that kind of bugs me a little. They just like to have it like this. And yeah, he doesn't look very good when you have him like that, unless maybe you have him leaning super forward. So what I like to do is I like to take this, align it, hold it there, and then I like to hinge the roof of the car up like so. It's going to be kind of hard with his arms in the way, I'm sorry. Until this bit actually goes to the back of the head assembly there. And once you do that, I like to just move it like to move the roof down, like how it normally go. And then if you do it just right, I can't really do it super good on camera. I apologize, but you'll kind of see where I'm getting at once he's actually aligned and stuff. So, back of the head. Goodness, I'm not doing too good here, am I? There we go. And just, there we go. You can hear it kind of click into place. And this actually looks quite a bit better, if you ask me. You can kind of see that, it just looks a little bit better, just a little thing you can do. You don't have to, if you like the other thing I showed, then hey, I'm not going to stop you from doing it. So, once you do that, just kind of position the doors, however. Just get them to stand upright, and, about like that, yeah. Yeah. And here you have Swindle. And yeah, you can see in the robot mode, he is pretty darn game accurate. Oh yeah, you can also move these little bits in if you want. Just optional, really. But yeah, he looks pretty good in robot mode. I kind of wish he had more paint to him, but oh well. I mean, it's like a $20 deluxe, so it's not a really big deal. So, you can see how he looks here. You could still do the gimmick. I'm not going to do it. I said I wasn't even going to mention it again. So, yeah, he's pretty nice, The robot mode is definitely the better of the two, but, it is a deluxe, so you don't want to expect too much. So, I'm going to start moving these guys over here. Same with deadlift, so you can kind of start seeing how characters look side by side. So now, oh boy, we got a lot of work to do. We are going to look at Dropkick. Yeah, they call them Dropkick. Sure, why not? So, Dropkick here. You can see he's a pickup truck, and it's somewhat game accurate, like the proportions of the truck. He doesn't have this piece though, but I'll get to that in a second. But one thing that is really kind of neat with this is if you look at it from a distance, you can see that the hood of the vehicle and the roof form the Decepticon logo. And, I mean, isn't the point of these guys supposed to be, what are they calling, robots in disguise? Which, if that's the case, why does he have a giant Decepticon logo that you can see from space? But, hey, who am I to judge? So, what we're going to do, let's see. Okay, I'm just going to cover this now. This whole section can actually remove. So if you don't like how that looks, you can just get rid of it completely, which I think I'm going to leave it off for the remainder of the time I talk about him. So, yeah, you can see he, pretty nice pickup truck, pretty clean too. Like, there's actually not really much to give away that he's a robot other than, the obvious. And, yeah, he's definitely kind of cool. Yeah, he doesn't really do anything other than that one little piece that I've removed. So, yeah, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and start transforming him now. So, what we're going to do, I like to grab the wheels here, and this whole assembly from the bottom of the truck is going to fold out like so. And once you do that, I'm going to take these legs, move it like so, bend his leg back, because if you remember, some of these guys had chicken legs, and then move that piece forward, and just, well, make it look like, yeah, just position it like that, and he should be able to stand okay. So, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side now. So, this is, none of these guys are really particularly difficult to transform, so, yeah. Okay, so here we have his legs. So, as I said, he'll stand just fine if you have it aligned, or not aligned, but if you have it, if you just have it looking like that, he'll stand okay. So, from here, I'm going to take the underside of these wheels and move these pieces up like so, which will also make the doors come forward. So I'm guessing that's more kind of like an automorph thing, and yeah, it's kind of neat. So from there, the back of the truck, this little bumper bit is going to untab, and these pieces are going to come out like so. From here, I like to move this up, fold the bumper up, and I'll leave those bits to the side for now. So now we turn our attention to the front of the truck, and from here, I'm going to take these bits here, going to hinge these out like so, and these are going to be, well, more or less his hands. And once you do that, grab it by the middle, and these whole sections are going to swing away. So, unfortunately, I do not have the packaging for these guys, but I'll tell you one thing. If you get Dropkick here, the back of his card looks kind of funny because whoever took these product images, I don't think they really know how to transform these guys, because they literally left the arms all the way swinged out like this, and it just looks so ridiculous. But it's funny, so it's whatever. So from there, yeah, we're going to take this section, and voila, there's his head. Move that bit back, and his little windshield here is going to split and just hinge down like so. Once you do that, I can return to these bits and just kind of just position them. Again, it's sort of kind of personal preference, but just the way that I like to do it. I like to have it so that those bits are sticking up like that. Of course, if you like something else, feel free to experiment. So, once we do that, his head is spin his head around like so. These little antenna bits you can do whatever with. And let's see. This is going to like kind of uncurl. These are going to be the rest of his arms. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hinge these back and tab the shoulders into the sides of the chest. And mine doesn't seem to lock in super well, but yeah, you might get luckier than me. So once you do that, you take these little bits at the front of the truck and just kind of hinge that up like so. It's weird because on my copy certain parts are loose and other parts are really tight, so yeah, you might have different results. There we go. So just keep everything there like that, and we are pretty much done. Here is, let me see, get him, there we go. Here's Dropkick. And yeah, he is really nice looking in robot mode, dude. Like, this is probably one of the most game accurate ones right here. This is one of the best for sure. So, thankfully, he doesn't have any really, really stupid built-in gimmicks like Swindle, but if we return our attention to this piece, what this can do, let's see, yeah, what this piece can do, if you move this bit forward, he's got this, I guess, cloth thing. Okay, cool, whatever. That's the last time I'm going to mention that. So yeah, there is Dropkick. You see how he looks now? Very nice. I need to adjust him a little bit more. There we go, somehow. There we kind of go. Just trying to get him more stable. There we go. Okay. So yeah, there's Dropkick. Now we're going to do payload. Yeah, unfortunately we do not have any repaints of this guy, so he's sort of kind of an anomaly, like Long Arm way over there, but it is what it is. But he's got all the Decepticon stuff, so he's going to be included in this segment. So, payload here, really nice looking, like, armored truck. Like, this is kind of nice, really. Like, honestly, like, I think after this video, I think I'm just gonna keep him in truck mode. Like, he looks really good in truck mode. So, unfortunately, he doesn't do anything in vehicle mode, so, now that you've kind of seen him, let's just get right into transformation now. So, to transform payload, what we're going to do, going to grab these bits here, going to want to use your nails for this, and this whole assembly is going to basically flop like that. Yeah, it's one of those. So, let's see, once you do that, you're going to want to grab these bits and hinge that out. You can see those are going to become his arms. There we go, like that. And then take the rest of this and, oh, okay, I'll cover this now since it happened. This piece will come off often, just expect it. It's going to happen. You might be able to glue it on or something. That might actually fix it. I have yet to do that though. But be warned, that's a thing that happens. So, let's see. Turn our attention here. It's gonna be the legs. So as per usual, split them. Move these little bits back, and these are going to move forward. Move that panel in, and let's adjust that, however, and there you have a leg. So yeah, don't be too intimidated by the alt mode and stuff. He's not that difficult to transform. So do the same thing here. Just move this forward, move that up like so. Adjust that, and similar to Swindle, you're going to rotate his waist around, like so. There we go. So now you just got this mess. Yeah. So from here, what you're going to do, take this section, grab these. This is going to move apart and just kind of just bend on itself. Try to be a little careful with that though, because like the inner bits, they feel like that's going to wear out over time. So don't put too much force with that. So get that folded like so. And there you have that. So from here, you're going to grab these two bits here, and you're going to want to, there we go, push that sucker in like so. Yeah, not really my favorite transformation, but it's just kind of what you got to do. So, once you get that, you can just tab the top into the lower half of the chest. Take these in. These are going to tab into the inside of the wheel, which is kind of nice. Do the same thing on the other side, like that. And rotate these to be his arms. Open this little panel and move out his hand. Position that however you want. So, same thing here. Do that. Just like that. And there you have him. And well, he looks really good from the front. Because when you move him, he's got this really big, ugly piece sticking out from his back, and yeah, he's not very fun to put on a shelf in robot mode, which is kind of why I said I think I'm going to keep him in truck mode after this. So if you're wondering why he's that there, it's because unfortunately this guy has a gimmick, and it is just as dumb, if not more so than Swindle's. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this is another weird thing. You can actually remove this piece. I don't know why you can, but it's just a thing you can do. It's so weird. I don't know why that's a thing. But anyway, so this thing is going to do that, and he's got another weird claw grabber thing, and yeah, that's going to be the very last time I ever do that with him. So, yeah, if you're going to have this guy, make sure, if you're going to display him in robot mode, 1, make sure you have the space, and 2, if you don't, keep him in truck mode. So, with that, there we go. He's pretty much done. And yeah, he's got some nice paint. His, again, the mold from the front and maybe at a slight angle looks really good until you get back there. So, unfortunately, that's something you're going to have to deal with if you decide to pick him up. So, there he is. And now that he's done, we only have one more, that being Dreadwing. And this guy's cool. Like, in Gent Mode at least, yeah, he's kind of cool. And as you can see, he's even got pieces for flames coming out the back of the thrusters, and that's just so cool. They really didn't have to, but I'm like really glad they did, because that is also going to play a role in robot mode. So, here is Dreadwing's Gent Mode. He's got some nice camo paint, and he doesn't really have any gimmicks or anything. Thank goodness. He does have one thing, but I'm going to wait till robot mode to show that. So, you can see the different angles of him here. See the back, the sides, better view at the top, and the bottom there, which is a little ugly, but, I mean, it's got to transform, so don't expect perfection. So, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Gent Mode. Let's transform Dreadwing. So we're going to take these wings and untab them from the other wings, like so, and then grab these wings and split them apart. And you can kind of see a nice little thing there, exposing a lot of detail, which is more so for robot mode. Let's see. Once you do that, I'm going to take these, going to move them down under the wings and just kind of move them out like so, so you have space to do other things. Specifically, this whole thing right here. Yes, it looks ugly, but these are going to become his legs. So, going to unhook that from the bottom, and then that is going to hinge up like that. And let's see, yeah, you're going to want to take the wings and you're going to want to rotate them so you got some extra room to work with here. So, I'm going to spin the waist like so, so that this pink bit is facing forward. And take these little black bits from the sides, open those, and just undo the leg here. Move it however, and then these little bits are going to become the feet and heel. So, not too shabby. Do the same thing on the other side, just like so. Just fold that out. Just move that little pink bit up, like so. And, I think, yeah, he should be able to stand now. Alright, so, once you got this going, it's not really that hard at all. So, just take the arms, hinge them forward, take the wings, and rotate them around. Oh yeah, there's also these little bits right here that you can move up. I don't think that's really mandatory, but it's just a thing you can do if you want to do it. Like so. Let's see, got that. For his arms, let's go ahead and just kind of position those. And take these swing sections, rotate them around like so. So if you got this, then that means you got a... Oh wait, one more little thing. There's these little bits on the thrusters that you can move to give him like little hands of sorts. Nice little touch there. Okay, now that I showed that, same thing on the other side. Swing it under, open up the little hands. There we go. And then once you got his arms, all that's left to do is take this, there's his head, just put that down like so, move his little antenna up, and that's it. There you have Dreadwing. So, yeah, he's pretty cool for sure. And if you remember fighting this kind of drone from the game, you know that he has these flamethrowers, and now those little flame things really make sense because he actually has them. And now I can actually show this here. There's these little levers on top of the arms, which if you press those, it'll fire the fire. Oh gosh, I didn't think I'd be saying that ever. Just gonna put those back in like so. Somehow, there we go. Move these down like that. Reposition them, and so yeah, now you have everyone in robot mode. So, I'm going to do my best to show you how everyone looks side by side, and I'm probably not going to do a super good job at it. But yeah, you can see here's how everyone looks together. And yeah, nice little army of both sides here, if you ask me. So yeah, um, you can see how they all look there. And yeah, that was definitely something. So. Well, we're not quite done yet, because now I need to show the Autobots in more detail. So, I'm going to go ahead and move the Decepticons to the side. So I hope you got a good look at them. I hope you paused the video to, scan them and study them, whatever it is you do. And, yeah, I'm just going to move every Decepticon guy out of the way so that I have some room to work. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so now it's just the quote-unquote Autobot drones in the frame. And yeah, so you can see the differences there. The only ones that are, well, really, there's only one that's kind of game accurate, and that's the red guy over there. But I still thought the other repaints looked kind of cool, and because I do really like those drone designs, I didn't really mind double dipping. So, now to, let's just see, I'll start with Camshaft here, and you can see all his paint differences and stuff, like so, same gimmicks. Unfortunately, his little waist thing is really loose on this one, and yeah. So, to transform Camshaft here, back into car mode, going to take the arms, move them up like so, position the doors, do that, like that, yeah, I mean, I don't really like saying, like, just do the reverse of what you did for going into robot mode, because that's just, like, kind of lazy, so I'm actually going to show you how to do it here. So, so you can kind of see how I'm moving things around, just, things that might seem a little familiar to you already, because I already, because the process going into robot mode. So instead of just telling you to do reverse, I'm actually going to show you the reverse process. So I'm going to not commentate too much over this, because my voice is already getting a little tired, and I don't seem to have a lot more space left on my camera, so I'm going to get to it. So, there we go. Try to get things positioned like so, like that. Move that down, so. Try to get room for the parts of the knees here. There we go. Make sure it's aligned like that. Move the arms in, close the doors. There we go. There we go. Get that dumb piece back in there. Alright, here's Camshaft. So now you can see, compared to Swindle, yeah, I think the paint on Camshaft is a lot nicer, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's a lot of gray, but there's also a lot of other stuff too, like all the black up there, a nice blue accents, very nice. Yeah, I think the headlights, yeah, the color of the headlights are the same, I think. But yeah, so here's how Camshaft looks, the Autobots car drone. Again, the colors and stuff, not very game accurate, but, I still thought it was nice. So, there you have Camshaft. So, who should I do next? Yes, let's do Dirt Boss. Yeah, Dirt Boss. Does that name sound familiar to you? It probably does, because he was a character in Transformers Animated, and, yeah, he definitely lived up to the name, for sure. So, let's see. Okay, so for Dirt Boss, just, not difficult. Just move the arms back like so. Get that positioned like that. Get the little forklift pieces up like so. Going to move these around. Unfold this section here. Mine's a little tight. There we go. And shift this whole thing down like so. Move this little piece around, and make sure you got a little bit of clearance there so that you can close off the rest of the forklift. Well, at least the main, well, not the rest, but the main part of it. There we go. Just, you know, it's really not difficult at all. I don't think you would really even need a video tutorial of how to do it. It's really easy. So, I'm just gonna place through it. Then, let's see. Yeah, there we go. There is Dirt Boss. And again, color-wise, not game accurate, but I do really like the lime green, and I know that is a nod to G1 because if I recall, from the little I've seen of G1, the Constructicons, yeah, had this like lime green and also purple. So he might not have purple, but at least he has the lime green. So there you go. There you have Dirt Boss. You can see how those two look there. Let's do. Let's do salvage here. Okay, yeah, salvage. So this is the one Autobot alternative to Dropkick that actually looks relatively game accurate, at least in terms of colors. So unfortunately, he still has that. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention it with Dropkick. I'm sorry. I'll bring it back here for this. So another little thing with these two is. Unfortunately, they don't have like the lens, that like camera lens head in the game. They have unique heads, just like some of the other characters I showed here. So that's just a little thing you're gonna have to bear in mind if you're planning on picking any of these guys up. So sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but I got that cleared up. So let's see, salvage. You can see back there, he has that same piece. I'm not even gonna talk about it. It does the same thing that Dropkick does. And, yeah. So, salvage. Let's see. Same thing. Really, again, same old, no differences whatsoever. Just, you know, if you think I'm going a little fast, then, you know, feel free to slow down the video, because a lot of people seem to forget you can do that. So there we go, get the head in, get that roof of the truck in, get the little windshield up, like so. Get these bits, move them out, move this down like that, do that. Take this, move that in like so. You can kind of see how this is already working. And retile the bumper to the back of the truck there. There we go. I'm going to take the heel spurs, move them in like so, make little bits, and just flatten it. Flatten it so it looks like that. Same thing on the other side. There we go. Lots of satisfying clicking and snapping with these. I love it. Yeah. So take these. I'm going to just take these out like so. Pull that back up. Same thing here. I'm surprised I haven't had any ball joints or anything pop off, because I have had that. That has happened a couple of times to me with this guy, but I guess I'm getting lucky for once. How about that? There we go. Get that reattached. So you got a configuration that looks like this. Take this whole assembly, move that back under the truck like so, so it sits nice and flushed. So once you got that, recurl. Oh yeah, I like to hold the doors in place since they're going to keep flopping out unless you move this piece down. So keep that in mind. But yeah, let's see. I still got to do this bit too. So yeah, take this, make sure this is hinged up like so. Do that. Reattach. Now you hold the doors in, and then bring these down, and then just make sure that's aligned. And yeah, here you have salvage in truck mode. And yeah, you know, this guy, he's still pretty accurate color-wise. I don't think, I mean, granted, he doesn't have the text on the door there, but I think he does have the Autobot logo. So yeah, you know, pretty nice, pretty simple. You know, personally, if I only had to go with one, I would go with Dropkick because he looks a lot cooler in truck mode. But you know, I like having both. So there is salvage. We're almost done. Ooh. Yes. Alright, now for Overcast. So for those of you who already own this guy, you're probably thinking, why are you counting him amongst the Autobot drones? He's actually a Decepticon. And, well, I mean, yeah, you're right, but the other guy is also a Decepticon, and personally, the colors of this guy kind of remind me of the Autobot drone. So, in my mind, I just like to pretend he's the Autobot drone version. So, transforming him. I think he's a little bit easier going back into jet mode. So I'll just, get those wings going, move that in. So, get those arms hinged back like that, kinda. These are bumping into each other a little bit. There we go. Take these, flatten it, collapse on itself, move the little blue bit down. Same thing here. Do that. Move the feet in, and move those little gray bits in like so. Like that. So, whew, I can't believe we're almost done. So, take this little antenna, position the nose cone back to the center here, and this is going to rotate, move down, and kind of hook into place, I think, unless I did it wrong. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's going to hook into place on the bottom here. So, with those wings up, move the arms in, like so. Sorry if it's not coming across super great on camera. Remember, you can always rewind or slow the footage. So, I got that. Then, this is the only tricky part, just getting these arms up and over the wings and into place. Just finesse it a little bit until things just kind of start coming together. So you want things aligned like that. So, once you do that, I'm going to move this center piece in so that you can recollapse the jet pieces on itself like so. Make sure you remember to do that. So, once you do that, reattach the, put the arms together, tab the wings back into the other wings, which doesn't want to work now. There we go. Just, kind of give everything a nice little squeeze. Things might come untabbed, just, if it does, don't freak out. Just keep, just keep trying until things eventually line up. And here you have him. Here you have Overcast in his jet mode. And yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the camo. I do like the camo that's on Dreadwing here, but in jet mode, at least, this guy's quite a bit better, honestly. So if you had to only choose one, definitely go with Overcast. So there you have them. That. And now you can see how the Autobot drones look together. And yeah, nice little family there. So, before I close off the video, I'll go ahead and move the other guys back against the door so that you can basically get the reverse of what you saw earlier. There we go. Get the little bits in somehow. There we go. Drop kick back there. Long arm over here. There we go. Move Dreadwing here as well. And then Mr. Deadlift here. Still, I can't believe they named the little forklift guy Deadlift. That's kind of nuts. It's a little extreme for this guy's size, but oh well. What am I kidding? So, there we go. And there you have it. There is how everybody looks together. And yeah, they're all pretty good figures. As I mentioned with like the main movie guys, they definitely prioritize the vehicle modes. In some cases, really. In fact, as a matter of fact, some of the robot modes here look a little bit better than vehicle mode. So, there you have it. You can see how everyone looks together now, and I hope this was informative and also somewhat entertaining. And just 'cause screw it, there's the game. So yeah, I hope this was enjoyable.